Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name's Animal. I am the prehistoric farmer, and hopefully you're all having a good morning. Alright. Man, it's been a couple strenuous days with me trying to figure out with YouTube why monetizing my short side with ad stuff end up screwing up my whole channel. I lost out on like 60 bucks at 40 bucks this month, man. It's insane. Alright. I gotta get into this, man. I have definitely not been playing for a couple of days, so let us let me get in here, let me do what I gotta do, all that good jazz, and then get the stream shared out, and I'll be right back with you guys. Appreciate you. You guys are all epic. Good morning, you guys. How y'all doing over here on the main format side? Hopefully you're all having a great morning, doing good, all that jazz. Give me just a second, you guys. I gotta get logged into Facebook for some reason. Takes forever, man. Yeah, no, I know I signed in through, it's not a new freaking sign in. Get over it. It's not new. I'm just signing back into it because I logged out of everything like a Nimrod. My internet's going so slow, man. Okay, I'm not gonna share the Facebook, man. Forget all that. It's taking forever. I don't get it, man. Don't get it. Oh, my camera's on. Oh, man. Jeebus. We don't need cameras on right now, man. I was messing with stuff the other day. Let me readjust this for you guys on the short side a little bit. There we go. There we go. Looks a little better for you guys. I'll kick on that multi-stream chat so I can see everybody's stuff if and when you guys say anything. There we go. That's a little better. I mean, my mic audio seems to be alright. I can turn it up a little bit more. Give me a second. Oh, my volume's at 100% on the mic. Huh. Is that a little louder? That's got to be louder right there. Oh yeah, that's way louder. I bet. I hope. Hope that does the trick. Worst case scenario, I have to turn it down a little bit, right? Alright. Sorry guys, if you're here watching, I had to get my sound right, man. If I ain't get that sound right, then what's the point? Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. Appreciate you guys all stopping in this morning. I should alter my short side a little bit so that way I can tell which one's which. I need to go in to double check them. Alright, either way, let's get to it, you guys. So I got contract on field 16 going. They're almost done. So we got to jump over there real quick and take care of those guys. Oh man, we're all stuck. Cool beans. Let me go like this. Pull back away. Let me see what we got. Alright. I'm going to take this guy up to field 13. Get him started on that one. Bring the other one up. Get him started on 13 as well. Well, if it'll work. We were having troubles with our AIs the other day. Oh, hey, man, I want to give everybody a big shout out, too, man. YouTube just sent me a thing this morning, about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I guess. We broke, so far this year, already this year, we've already broke 25,000 watch hours for the stream, you guys. That is epic, you guys. Epic. Rowdy, what's going on? Welcome in. Good morning. Jump into this guy. He's done. He's done. The other guy down there is working. We don't got traffic on this road, so I won't worry about, yeah. Not going to worry about that. Actually, I'm going to take this guy to field 12 and get him going. Riggs, long time no see. How are you doing? Good morning to you. How is your day going? How have you been, my guy? Yeah, I'm going to put him on 12, get him rolling up there. When the other guy's done, I'll just bring him up here and I'll manually get him running and get stuff done. Then we've got, hopefully I've got the money for it. They altered the corn, my corn dryer that I was going to buy a couple days ago. They altered that, so I got to figure that one out. See, this is why I jumped right to it the first time, man. Good to hear. That's good to hear. Okay, he's knocking out his last little bit here. Well, we ain't gonna worry about the rest of it around the side there, which I don't get because I originally ran her on the outside, so a little weird. Ooh. Alright, let's start right here, I guess. Good enough spot as any. He's working the inside, I'll work around the outside. Bust some stuff down, get it taken care of. So what you been up to, JR? How you been? What you been doing? I haven't been on Arc at all. I wasn't able to get my servers up and going this month. I had so much crap happen last month, and then the beginning of this, and then at the end of this last month, I ended up having to get tires for my car. because they were the insides were all thrashed by the those tire sensors. Oh, I had to go into the main sound and turn it up on the PC. I had it all turned up, but for some reason there's a master volume that I wasn't seeing. And I turned that up. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, I've turned it all up. Got everything turned up. And I turned the master volume up, but like I said, there was another volume switch hidden in the thing on my PC, and I didn't never notice it was at the very bottom of everything for sound. I was like, oh well, crap. Let's try turning that guy up. And that seems to have increased the volume for the microphone for you guys. So I was hoping that it worked. It wasn't me just, being a little up too early in the morning and my eyes weren't, registering or something. Beat rag on all your characters. I haven't really even been able to work on Ragnarok. Like I said, last month I had issues. Barely was able to keep my servers on last month. Then this month, well, actually I kind of dug into my pockets a little bit for that last month. I shouldn't have, but I did. And then this month I ended up having to buy rims because they tried to put the rims on a spin thing to balance them out, and they were like terrible, like ungodly terrible. So when they took the tires off it and then they respun them to check them, and oh my god, were they so out of whack. So I tried to get a hold of the body shop where I had taken my car, and they're refusing to answer my calls because they know what I'm calling about. Someone took my car for a joyride while they had it and screwed all my stuff up. And since I don't drive my car, but only like, luxury driving, you know what I mean? Because I only put like maybe 500 miles on it a year. Well, I haven't driven it since I got it back from them, and I got it back and it had to go right into storage, So as soon as I got it back, it came home, it got a wash, it got put underneath of a tarp and all that jazz, for wintertime. It didn't move at all. I pulled it out this spring, went to go drive it, and the thing was so bad, like it shook so bad. And mind you, it shook like that when I left the body shop, and it didn't shake like that when I had taken it to the body shop, Because I had it in, had it all checked, took it out for a good hour drive before I took it in. But yet I get it back, it had a funny vibration to it when I drove it home. And I asked him if anything had happened at the shop, and he said no. I was like, all right, well, I called my insurance. I told them about it, and they were kind of like, well, that's kind of iffy. Well, I called them back about a month ago, to ask about it. So they called over to the body shop with, to ask about getting video footage from the time that my car was there. And I guess they're supposed to keep footage for up to a year, and it wasn't even 6 months, and they'd already gotten rid of the footage. So my insurance isn't going to pay for any of it. I'm fixing it on my own. I had to replace all 4 rims. I had to get 2 brand new tires because whoever took it for a joyride had hit enough potholes that it broke my speed sensors off, and they literally Domboshed the inside of my tires, screwed them over real bad, you know what I mean? We had holes in them. And well, see, when I took my car up to get it checked, the guy at the tire shop, when they seen how bad the rims were, he was like, I can't let you drive this on the road, my dude. He's like, these are so bad, you hit one more pothole with these, there's a possibility that your tire blows out, you go in the ditch, and you just left from here. That puts us reliable. I was like, no, that's understandable, man. If I have to, I get I'll figure something out. So I worked out a payment plan with him, but still the payment plan by the end of after I'd already got my check and already paid all the bills, the payment plan kind of put me in the red. So unfortunately, I had to. It was no choice. It was that or I get a trailer over there to get my car on and trailer it home on blocks, you know what I mean? Like that's how bad it was. They refused to put those my original rims back on. So I spent money, got some new rims. I'm on a payment plan for that. Not that I like the thought of it, but hey, you know, it is what it is. And then I needed a washer, or not a washer, sorry, cook stove. And I had to buy a lawnmower because my lawnmower took a crap. My one engine went to crap on me, so I had to buy a new mower. I was like, Jesus Lord. What's going on, Belle? Welcome in. Good morning, buddy. Yeah, the salvage yards around here don't have a lot of anything to do with anything in the newer model BMWs, unfortunately. And I'm not really wanting to go to a junkyard or anything of that sort, scrapyard, to get rims, because half the time rims go there because they're screwed up. And it doesn't help that the rims that came on my BMW were some light aluminum pieces of crud. But the new ones I got, I think I posted a picture of it on for my for the YouTube. But the rims that I bought are matte black. They're low profiles, just like the ones that were on. That way I didn't have to change out tire style, you know, quality for whatnot. So I've still got like the, what is it, like the, like ZX rated or whatever it's called, you know, so I can, if I take it to the drag strip, I can still hit, you know, somewhat performance speeds. I am running Continentals, 2 of them. The other ones that I'm running, I can't remember what the name of those are, but they're in the same quality range as Continental. So the Continentals I have are like rated for 180 plus, I guess, is what they're said they can reach before they have issues of, you know, blowout or whatever happens. I don't know. I've never gotten that speed with a car where the tires were underrated. Not that my car can hit no speed to 180, but she gets dang near close. About 138 before she 138, 140 before she decides to and cut off. But still, that's not bad speed, I don't think. I've only ever had it there once. And you want to talk about crap and some bricks. I don't know, it was like, I don't know, man, insane. Yeah, that's dude, it was scary fast. I've only ever been scared by a couple of cars I've ever rode in. And don't get me wrong, I've had a Monte Carlo SS, I've had another BMW. I had a Thunderbird that could do 11 seconds in a quarter mile. 4-banger, like no joke, the thing was fast. Used to run out here at the Stanton drag strip just down the road from my house. 11 seconds in a quarter mile on a 4-banger, man, that was quick. Don't get me wrong, I outran the state cops when I was a little kid with that car when I was younger. And I still, even with that car, I never hit speeds of that, even when I ran from the cop, you know what I mean? The cop just couldn't keep up with me coming from a 30-mile-an-hour stand or roll, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, no, like 140, man, like 138, 140 is when she puked out on me, and I did that out on a stretch of road where it was straight. You could see for 4 or 5 miles. You know what I mean? Fields on both sides. You could see there's no, you could see any critters, anything bigger than a mouse. You could see. You know what I mean? So you could tell. So I was safe. I was strapped in. But no, dude, it scared the crap out of me. That's the first car I've ever had of my own scare the crap out of me. Now my cousins, they have some old muscle cars that are built pushing over 700-800 horse each, and my one cousin, his car literally stands on 2 tires, man, gets right up on the back. Scary as crap. Those are the only 2 cars only ones that have ever scared me, man. Now this one. It didn't scare me, it humbled me. Let's go with that. Allegedly, yes. Yes. Allegedly always works. But insane, like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to take my car over here to the drag strip and see what it does. I think the drag strip's a half mile, maybe a quarter mile. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've been there. I know I at least want to go to one drag race before the year's out. I know that much. That'd just be a blast. I like going to the dirt tracks too. I like going to watch that stuff when I've got the money. But yeah, I finally got all the stuff fixed, man. Turning on the ads revenue thing for my shorts screwed up my overall, what do you call it, my monetization. Because beforehand I was monetized on views, watch hours, stuff of that sort, you know. Well, after I turned on the monetization for the shorts ads revenue thing, I guess, which I thought was like just like an extra layer of, hey, let's make an extra little bit of money, you know what I mean? Well, when I did that, it screwed up my whole channel, man. I went from making $8 1,000 views to I just seen it updated for me this morning. 23 cents for every 1,000 views. I was like, are you serious? Because now I'm in an ads revenue thing, so instead of getting 70%, I only make up to 45% due to ads and stuff. And that still doesn't affect like donations, thank God. But oh, dude, I was just like, after 2 days of talking with him, trying to figure it out, man, I was on technical support with him through text chat with 2 different guys. Just trying to get it all figured out. You know what? He's got that. Let us continue to knock this out down here, because he'll jump over here to the center and start knocking it out. Yeah, I finally got all that taken care of last night, and I was all like, you know what, I'm going to do a stream tonight about midnight, you know? That's what I was going to do. I was going to sit down last night at midnight, and then I was going to stream from midnight till noon, because I got some stuff I got to go do today, and I was going to do a 12-hour now. I was like, yeah, at 9:30, I was like, I'm gonna lay down, I'm gonna take a little nap, I'll wake up, 11:30, midnight, whatever, jump on, get going. Woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. So a nap, I guess at my age of 40 plus, a nap is like a bear going to sleep for a week. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's I'm kind of bummed by it because, like I said, I was making up to eight. You know, I was making $7.89 is what I was making per every 1,000 views. And mind you, this month already, surprisingly, I'm almost at 4,000 views. So you do the math, every 1,000 views, almost $8. What I was looking at, I lost out on every bit of that because I wanted to monetize my short side for extra additional cash flow with ads. You know what I mean? Talk about taking a kicker to the stinker, man. So now it's like I'm stuck in like a group thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, so technically I could get away with playing music now because say there's a million people in my area, right? And our views for ad revenue total up to $1 million, right? If you get so many views, like, okay, if you make 1 million views, right, just off this one video, their thing is, okay, 1 million views, right? You get 1 million views, but yet you're pooled into a pool of like 100,000 people, right? And all together in total views for shorts ad revenue, okay, let's say they make 2 million. It says, right, it was the rough math it was given for your 1 million views. You're looking at $400. But then after they take out the $10,000 per every so many, so out of the million it's 40,000, right? So now your percentage drops from $400 down to $200 a month off just that one video alone. Now, mind you, all your shorts have got to be smacking in order for this to happen. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I've got to have my shorts hitting to even make anything now. They got to at least break 1,000 views. Otherwise, I'm literally making absolutely nothing. And don't get me wrong, I started doing this for the fun of it so that my daughters could watch me work on my car and they could interact with me. And just recently in the last year, I've decided, year and a half, I decided to pick this up as turn it into a business front. You know what I mean? Wanting to make it into a business. And now that it's doing that, it's hurting me to the point that I don't even see this as being even substantial for like a secondary income, truthfully. Like, it's going to hurt me so bad. The only way I'll make money is from memberships, donations, pretty much, you know what I mean? Or people being extremely bored and having 3 or 4 different accounts and watching my shorts and everything and dealing with all that, you know what I mean? Like, I've been sitting here thinking about that for the last hour, like, man, I really hope it's going to continue to be worth it. Because, I mean, prior to my little screw up there that I did by doing that, it was actually, a little bit of money here and there. I was only making roughly $20 a month, but that was enough that, after, 4 months, I break, or 6 months, 5 months, whatever, I break $100. I get that $100 that pays for my servers for a couple more months. You know what I mean? It pretty much is a rip off now. It pretty much did. It screwed me over. But I've been with YouTube for going on 9 years total. I've literally been making videos for that long. You can look at the channel and you'll see, you know what I mean? So I'm dedicated to YouTube. I really am. I don't want to switch to Twitch. You know what I mean? I do have a TikTok, which once I can get my internet struggles figured out, I'm going to start streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And I will eventually drop doing my short side because I mean, even on disability, I make less than $1,000 a month after everything, taxes and everything's taken out. You know what I mean? So, and after my bills are paid off, I figured it out. I sat down with a family member that's into auditing and, money saving and stuff like that. I literally have, after my standard bills are paid, I've got like $150 left. And then I've got to pay for the subscriptions for my Streamlabs. I got my servers, which unfortunately I couldn't take care of this month. You know what I mean? which my servers is what for Arc it's $26 plus tax a server, so roughly that's $65 total it comes out to for 2 servers. 73 with this server included, which technically, as long as I play solo, which I normally do, I did have, you know, somebody playing with me there for a while, but technically I could drop this server, that'd save me $10. But literally, like, I'm left with like $150 after everything. And, you know, I got gas, I've got food. Food alone, even for one person, you're spending like almost $400 a month. And that's buying, you know, meats, everything that you really need to get through. It's like $400 to $600 a month to live on. And I'm doing it on $30 a month. You know what I mean? So I mean, Kick was good at the beginning. I've got a buddy, that's a YouTuber that I talk to every so often, and he was on Kick, and he was doing good, but after they changed up some of their stuff, he went from making like 2-3 thousand a month, he said, down to like 200-300 off his same viewership, and you know what I mean? That's not including like donations or whatever he was getting over there. So like Kick is, I guess, trying to be pretty much like YouTube. Grab every dollar it can while giving you as little much as possible, and then charging you extra money if you want, you know. That's another thing. Like if I wanted to add, like, use standard music that, you know, that's out there, I could do it, but then I lose out on 50% of my revenue, because 30% of that goes to the artist, 15% goes to YouTube, and then the other whatever percent goes into like a basket fee for like what other nonsensical type of taxes they might freaking have, you know, anything to tickle your goat, you know what I mean? So, like, don't get me wrong, I love YouTube, I do, I've been with them forever, but like I said, I gotta get my viewership back up over here on YouTube for one. So I'm gonna use the short side streams like I am, you know, to hopefully help me get there. So if you guys can, make sure you guys are smashing that like for me. It means 1,000% to me, as you guys could hear me sitting here. See, I've heard of it, but I've never checked into it. You know, I don't, like I said, I don't got a problem looking into other things, but my problem is when it comes to the lack of money. It's like, I love gaming, I love doing it. You know, I'll sit here and game for hours on end by myself without even streaming, you know what I'm saying? Really irritates the old lady and all that, but like, I'll get pulled into a game for hours and I'm not even live streaming, you know what I mean? So it's just, for my live streaming, like I said, I used to do it just for the enjoyment of it myself. But life ain't getting any cheaper. That's for sure. I even hate to say that, but it sucks, man. I do got some merch. I haven't really been able to work on that. I really got to get my nose on the grind with that, too. I've been looking at sticker printers because I do have it set up that for a certain level of membership, there'll be a sticker pack that would, you know, that I would send directly to you guys. So I am looking into sticker printers. The only problem is the sticker printers that I want, something that, you know, you guys can stick off, put on the window of your car. You ain't got to worry about it, like, getting destroyed by UV lighting, stuff like that. It's a thermal type of printer. $300. And it's got a laser cutter that cuts the stickers out for you instantly. So that's what I'm trying to save up for as well. And I'm also looking into getting not a big, medium, but like a small 3D printer, because I think it'll be cool to play with the 3D printer a little bit. Because I want to make my own little types of little guys, you know what I mean? And I am looking to get like a multi-filament colored, so that way I'm, you know, doing multiple colors. Jesus, you know, so that way I ain't gotta like paint them or anything. But I think that'd be cool too, even if I have to paint them up. But I want to work on something like that and have like a little dude with like a little bobblehead looking thing sticking out the window, you know, looking at you. I could probably even find a way to produce him into a bobblehead. That'd be freaking awesome. Have a little tractor with my little cartoon character looking dude's head just kind of like bobbing every time he and he just bobs, sitting there with a, underneath of a little tractor or something. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, I hit the wrong button, man. I hit the wrong button. Ooh-wee. I think that'd be cool. And have like a little dude on like a little Velociraptor or a little T-Rex with my little bobbing head just going. You know what I mean? Like I've got plans, I got ideas on what I want to do, but I got to get through everything and and get my money locked in a little better first. That would be cool. Like I've been trying to figure cuz I need to get a program for it where I can at least create the stuff. You know what I'm saying? And at least get it created so that way I've got them ready. Because I want to make like small and medium size like bobblehead like little things with like tractors with, obviously I'll have to go buy the springs and everything myself and assemble them, which is cool because I want to, like I want to do all that my own. Not that I want to become a toy maker, but hey, you guys would watch that stuff. I know there's people out there that watch people running 3D printers all day. Have a little video camera set up on it and just let that thing run live stream. Creating little dino guys. Oh, you guys, next month though, I have been working on some things here and there, and let's just say that starting next month, my channel will have some pretty cool stuff going on at the beginning of every stream. Let's just say I'm working on some music, okay? I got this AI that I've been working on. I'm making my own lyrics and stuff like that. If you had a 3D printer, you'd make car parts. Oh, and that's another thing. Like, there's some parts that I would like to produce for my BMW that I think the 3D printer that I'm getting would work perfect for. But no, I get exactly what you're saying, Riggs, because there's parts that you can literally 3D print that'll hold out better than some of that plastic injection stuff. And don't get me wrong, plastic injection is good, it's great, but some 3D filaments, they actually have, they can make it more coarse than what, don't get me wrong, there is some pretty coarse material that gets used in some car parts. Like there's a material that has fiberglass in it, believe it or not, that's plastic. Like if you have a car that has a sunroof, right? Those plastic slidey pieces that you have there that you would reach up to slide to close your sunroof, right? I used to work in a factory where we produced those for like 4 different automotive companies, and literally they all have a plastic with fiberglass on the inside of them that the fabric and everything and the cardboard stretched on. And there's a bigger fiberglass ring type plastic ring that goes inside underneath the metal of the car that I used to produce, and I ran that press for a year and a half, so I probably produced better part of 3 million pieces in the year and a half that I ran the machine, just me alone. So that means that at least 1.5 million vehicles on the road have a car part in it that I made. At the least. I actually come across a one of those minivans here a couple weeks ago that has the big huge center white bevel piece and on the ceiling, where you guys have like your TVs, your little stowaways, lights and stuff, and those Chryslers. I was in the only shop in the United States at the time that made them for the first 5 years for Chrysler. It was the only shop that had it. It's where we figured out the production process of it and all that jazz, and I was actually the guy that had to learn the machine. And that machine alone, I ran that for 5 years, and for the first 5 years, I was producing 4,000 parts in an hour period. And it's crazy because I come across one of my actual parts that had my sticker number and initials in it. I actually came across it. My cousin actually has one. Like, we pulled the corner down to check to see if the tags were there, and it was. My tag with my initial and everything was sitting right there, and I was like, hot dog, hot dog. Like, I loved it, man. That was the coolest thing to see. I don't know how many junkyards I've been in that have had these Chryslers in them where I've found my part number on the parts. Because I was the guy that originally ran the press. I'm the one that tweaked the press. You know, other than, like, the maintenance guys coming in to do the full-on setting, pressure and stuff like that. But, like, I did everything with it. Like, it was... I even trained everybody. And then I trained 3 people from 2 different shops around the United States. They came there to learn it, and I had to teach them. So it was the best thing ever, man. It was the coolest thing to see that my cousin had one of my parts. I just thought it was cool, man. I was like, that is just the bee's knees, man. $55%. Let's go. I told him if he ever junks it out, let me know. I wanna yank that out. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, man. But it don't take much to amuse me, really. Should have seen me out in the garden the other day, poking fun at those stupid little tomato bugs. Whatever you guys do, be careful. The little horns that them tomato bugs have, dude, they spray stuff out of them. Like, I was literally poking at one, you know, like, I was gonna kill it anyway, but I was kind of being a little demented and I was messing with it. And I tried to nip the tip off, you know, and I tried to cut the little horn off it. And as soon as I even touched the little horn thing, which I think it might be its appendage, so I didn't touch it very much. But I tried to cut it, right? As soon as I touched it, it sprayed a mist of, like, this clear fluid out, and it stunk so bad. And I looked into it, and I guess it's like it's not that it was supposed to spray it, but it's like, you know, when they stab you, it's supposed to, like, inject you with something to make you sick. I guess that's what it is, and it can spray like 6 to 8 inches out of that thing, man. I was like, oh my god, I was messing with it. I end up putting it down, but, like, dude, tomato bugs are weird, man. But yeah, they spray, dude. They spray. And if you try to cut them, they excrete this clear fluid, which I think might be the same type of stuff. It's a poison. It's supposed to do something like, I don't know if it's a neural poison or what, but it excretes this clear fluid. But if you cut into it, it excretes like a bunch of green slime. Oh, I love this game, man. It's I come from a farming / ranching family. So, and I can't do this stuff anymore. I never learned how to do this stuff in real life. By the time my granddad was, you know, I was old enough to learn, my granddad had went blind, and he couldn't teach. You know what I mean? And my uncles and my dad, they really weren't into it. They didn't really want nothing to do with it. So they sold off all of his equipment except for one tractor and one little planter and all that jazz. My uncle, he does stuff. But, like, it's something I've always wanted to do, as a kid growing up with my granddad and all that jazz, you know. Because I was little, I didn't get to do nothing with him. The most I ever did was rode in his combine a few times and, rode on the tractor with him while he was out there, tilling up the land or knocking down corn. So it's something I've always been interested in. And you remember when ARC was having that issue with PlayStation, and PlayStation had to wait like a month to 2 months before we could even get on the new ARC game, could even get on it. Well, for that month or 2 months, like, I was so peeved that I couldn't get on the game, right? I had to find something to do, and I come across this game, but the 22 version. I decided to do it on stream one day. I was like, we'll see if I like it, you guys. I wasn't not 30 minutes into it, and I was hooked, man. I was hooked. Like, it brought back the nostalgia of riding with my granddad in his combine and all that jazz. And that's just something I can never get that true feeling of back, you know, because he's gone and all my family gave it up. So the only way I feel like I can ever experience the bliss of that is with this, and I love it, man. I enjoy it. And I'm not to shoot the gift horse in the mouth or in the foot, but I mean this game alone, even back when I was doing Ark, I was getting views and I was getting some watch hours, but this game actually took my watch hours and my stream time from little to nothing to quadrupled. I mean, this game alone, I've gotten, like I said, they just sent me a thing. This year alone, I've gained 25,000 watch hours, right? And 90% of the watch hours are contributed to this game. Even though I was doing, up until a month and a half ago, I was doing Ark consistently as well, you know? Well, until the internet, until about 2 months ago. But this game has actually generated most of my watch hours, and even a majority of my subscribers, believe it or not, are from this game. When you look it up on your analytics and everything, it shows you where most of your subscribers come from and whatnot. It was from FS22 and FS25. Like, no joke. This has been literally the only thing, like, the backbone of my channel. Because literally, if I was doing just Ark, my watch hours would be so low, I probably wouldn't even be able to get monetized. Like, that's how bad they were. So you figure at least 90% of 25,000 watch hours came from this game alone. I mean, don't get me wrong, I play Call of Duty for an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, you know, on stream once in a while. I do Friday night Fortnites, which last hour and a half, 2 hours, 4 hours at most, if we have, you know, people playing with me or people watching, which hasn't been very typical because I haven't been playing much Call of Duty on stream or Fortnite. So, like, yeah, this is, like, don't get me wrong, like, I love this game. I got the whole setup and everything, man. I got the steering wheel, I got the whole cockpit deal. Like, eventually I want to have a game room where I actually have the cockpit of a tractor built inside the room. Like, I'll buy it like piece by piece and all that jazz. Oh, dude, my PC is holding up like tenfold. I'm playing in 4K right now, and it's output to 1080 to 1080p for you guys. So, like, you guys should be see. Well, some of you guys should be able to see it. Probably a little better than that even. But, like, and it runs crisp. Now, if I try to play Ark on my PC at 4K, I can't barely even stream. It takes such a toll on my GPU that even Streamlabs flags me, saying, "Whoa, bud, you need to calm her down. You know, you need to cut something back." It's definitely optimized for the PlayStation, though, I'll tell you that. Looks way better on the PlayStation than it does on my PC. I can't lie. Cannot lie. Now, if I'm only playing by myself, you know, and I'm on my own, like, my own private game, I can turn my my graphics to 4K, and I can see the goddamn sweat glands on the dinosaurs, you know what I mean? But when I play it to live stream it or play it on my server, I have my graphics and everything turned down kind of low. That way I can get the frame rate that I want. It originally was locked at 60, but I bumped it up to 120, cut some stuff back just a bit, and it works. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm able to play it in 1080p and all that. But I honestly, to play that in full, like in a full 4K resolution for myself, I would literally need to bump to probably the 4090 or the 5090. And even that, by my understandings, isn't even enough to really truly run the game at a good, you know what I mean? But like I said, if I play on my own private play, I can, without streaming it, I can run it at 4K, and like I said, you can walk right up to the dinosaurs and you can see every crease in their skin, their scales, everything. Like, you can see the shadows move on their scales even. But yeah, I can't stream it. I can't play it like that. Best I can do is put it out at 1080p, and even then, I think it still looks a little harsh on the eyes. But I love the game. I do love the game. I love playing it. So I'm never gonna stop. I just got to get my servers turned back on. That's where all my high-powered characters are at right now. I don't have anything on a solo playthrough. The guy that I did, I ended up putting into that server that I had locked in. Like, shortly after everybody quit playing, I ended up locking 2 servers together, so now I can't take my characters off unless I uncluster them. So all my good characters are on there right now, and those are off, so I can't even get on to get them out of there. Yeah, it'd be cool to see a Fallout 5. They just announced that I guess they are finally getting boots on the ground with Fallout 5. I don't know how true that is, but yeah. They got the new Hellraiser game coming out. If you're into that kind of stuff, that's supposed to be a good game. I'd like to check that out eventually. Yeah, I mean, it's not really new, right? Ain't that fish thing that they had from whatever on 22? The shark with the blade thing under his mouth? I believe that was one of those Arc Dino things that you could get for like a premium style mod back on 22, if I'm correct. Like, don't get me wrong, they've got so much to work on with that game that putting new creatures into the game, to me, it just, honestly, they're just shooting themselves in the foot, and in the end, they're gonna end up running their own IP into the ground. Because the more crap they add, the more stuff they're piling over top of, and I've thought about it. But I've tried to play a couple of different space style games, and I haven't found a really good likeness to a lot of them. I mean, I used to play Star Fox back in the day. That stuff was awesome back on the 64. I don't know, some games, they just, like, Starfield, though, I have read about that, and it sounds pretty decent. But, like, a lot of games, like, I've watched people play a lot of these different games. They look fun. Like, I've got a game called Space Engineers on my PS5 that I downloaded. I was going to start playing on, for a stream, like, on a weekend or something. To take a break from this on the weekends and from Ark on the weekends. And I haven't got around to playing it yet, man. It's mostly shooting and exploring. See, now I'm down for the shooting and exploring stuff. I like that. Like, any game that I can do like a form of farming in, where I can go out and farm materials up, build stuff like, I love that type of stuff, man. Like, that's my main jam. Like, I like building bases up. I don't mind fighting against other people, PvP style. But, man, all the douchebags on Ark, man, in PvP. Like, that's why I don't play it. Like, try to find a decent server where everybody hasn't boshed all the good spawn sites for stuff. Oh, I hit the wrong freaking button again. You know what I mean? Like, I like being able to find good resources, and that was my problem with the PvP and the other one playing with on servers with everybody else. It's got base building, nice. I'll have to look into it. But like it sucked, man, trying to find a good natural resource, and everybody's got poles and crap put up, man. I always wanted to play on the PvP side of Ark, but I tried a couple different times, and like I said, man, people like to spam building blocks in spots where they don't really need to be. He'll finish that off in the next pass. Got a lot of bad reviews. Yeah, see, I played the other one. What was the other one called that got like extremely bad reviews when it first came out? Like it came out, everybody had high expectations for it, and it was absolute dookie. What one was that? Oh, I've got it. I love playing it too. See, don't get me wrong, I love the PvP aspect of a lot of games. That's why I play I play Call of Duty and I play Fortnite. I like that type of PvP action. I really like Call of Duty because you get some people in there that are just so saucy. You get a little zesty. There you go, No Man's Sky. Absolutely love that one. I used to actually play it on stream for a while, but it just never got views, so I quit playing it. That's another reason why I'm not going to be playing Fortnite tonight, because last night it didn't get crap. Hello, Sam. Welcome in. Nothing wrong with a little grass in your diet, man. Need that fiber. Yes, sir. The way I see it, if it's good enough for the cow, it's got to be good enough for us, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to go out there and start pulling up clumps of grass and just start gnawing on it or nothing. But I have been looking into other natural, like, things to make from, like, natural, natural ingredients. And I like soda, right? I love soda and all that jazz. And I've been looking into a way to make my own naturally carbonated soda. And I had found that pine needles can makes a soda real similar in flavor to that of Sprite, I guess. So I've thought about looking into it. I think I'm gonna start making my own soda. And it only takes like 3 days of fermentation for it to turn into soda, carbonated soda. You can even add in like flavors of stuff. Like if you want it to taste like Coca-Cola or whatnot, you can buy like little flavor things to add to it, I guess. Like I've been looking the stuff up online so you can make your own natural soda without having to pay all that like over the counter pricing for the soda. So I'm gonna be looking into doing that, and I think this fall I'm gonna make a bunch of it up and have it just sitting in my cupboard, just fermenting over the winter. I'm gonna make me some good soda. Yeah, look it up, Belle. Look it up on YouTube. Yeah, No Man's Sky is like, okay, so I was one of those day one players, right? I jumped on it day one. Me and my buddy sat here for like 3 days. Well, my brother. We sat here for 3 days playing it, figuring it out. I absolutely loved it. It was great. Even though it was bad, I loved it. You know, I thought the world of it when I started playing it. I put it down for about a year. And within that year's time frame is when they came up with, when they brought up the DLC and the updates and everything that fixed it and brought it up to the pretty much the base game of what it is now. You know what I mean? And It's epic. It's still good. I haven't played it in probably 4 months, but last time I got on it, it was very, very epic. Now the internet is not very trustworthy, but it is an old time thing. People used to do it back in the day to make stuff. 'Cause don't get me wrong, like people haven't been drinking water since day one. You know what I mean? Like even Adam and Eve and Adam and Steve were figuring out a way to make something tasty to drink. I know that was just I was just trying to be funny there, but you know what I mean. Like we've had fermented beverages since pretty much the beginning of time. So, but if you actually look it up, it is actually an all natural uh, form of carbonated water, soda, pretty much, because it's flavored. But it gives you almost a Sprite flavor by the sounds of it. But I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna do it with like small tidbits of caramel and cinnamon added into it. You know what I mean? I was watching a guy on YouTube the other day that he actually made some. He's an old timer. He's like 60, 70. He's got his own little YouTube channel. He's a redneck hillbilly kind of guy like me. You know, he kind of lives the way I would live if I wasn't really into the whole internet thing. And you know, I just love the way that they live out there like that. And no, it looks cool, man. Like I said, I grew up on a farm ranch base, so I have absolutely no qualms in trying some of that stuff. I think it's just the coolest. Plowing. Ah. Ooh, I don't know if I want to plow, man. No, I hear you. Like I haven't really found Fortnite to be fun. Like I jumped on last Friday to do a Friday night Fortnite for everybody because I had a week or so prior to that I was having internet issues, but you know people were coming in my streams and asking me about it or shooting me messages, asking me when I was gonna be playing it again. And I was like, all right, well, fine, I'll play it, So I played it. I think literally after the end of a 2-hour stream, I think I had 5 views. I don't know where it's sitting at now, but it was like 5 views at the end of the stream at like 2 hours, 3 hour stream dang near, whatever it was. And I was just like, yep, this is to me is a dead game. If it's not getting me the views or watch time, it really don't fall into my, like, don't get me wrong, I still stream for the fun of it, but since I've been making it into that business aspect, and I want to be able to make a little bit extra money on the side besides my disability, like I gotta do something. Gots to do something, man. Yes, sir. Gotta keep at it. I mean, 25,000 watch hours, man, already. It's just halfway through the year. A little over, like, that's good. Especially to me, I think that's like, that's killer. Alright, so I need some stuff. I really don't want to plow. There it is. The subsoiler. And this guy, he is a mod. He's can be kind of what you call it, man? I can go 12. I don't need 12. This guy's awesome. I like this guy. And I know those are black, but that's not my black. I gotta have my black, man. Pretty much the same. I actually know it's darker. I'm gonna buy one of these because I got the money for it. Going to buy a good cultivator because I do want a cultivator. Got to be a shallow so that way I can make a seed bed. This guy's pretty good. I mean, he's at 8.4 meters wide. I mean, Lumpkin's good, but I like the Enbrock. The Verdstat's good as well. I just seen a Verdstat tractor yesterday in the local area. I've never seen one in the area. That's the first one I've seen. I keep track of that. It's weird. But pay attention to that stuff around me. Udder pullers. That's what my license plate says, you guys. If you couldn't understand it, udder pullers. We're cow farm. They don't even have a barn yet, man. I was originally working toward a cow barn, but I just bought all this crap instead. Probably a little nonsensical. Probably shouldn't have done it, but we'll have more jobs come up at the beginning of the season, I'm sure. I'm not touching these. There's absolutely no way I'm touching those. I know that's 92,000, but I'm not touching them. Not touching them. No, sir. Oh, you know what? Is this guy even strong enough to pull that crap? Jesus God. I should have really should have checked on that. Whoa, don't be pulling that on me. Slick. Don't want to open the door, man. I'm hitting the wrong button. Jesus. Looks good in there, man. Let me park this guy, man. I gotta put him up. Hop me in there, Bubba. Turning my head further than I need to. Real life, I couldn't turn my head this far at all, man. I'd have so much trouble doing this in real life anymore. But I just backed up a big trailer the other day for my grandparents. It was actually interesting. I loved it. It's fun. See, I got these extra wide tires on here, so I can't get him into the corner like I want him, but nearly out of battery, gotta go. Well, you have yourself a good day, Sam. Appreciate you stopping by. It means a lot. Make sure you guys smash that like. If you can, grab a link and share it with your friends. I'd very much appreciate it. We're just chilling over here, doing our thing, man. You know, doing what we do. Oh, look at that old tractor. He don't pull very quick. We're not using him. He drives like 12 mile an hour. Everybody grab your eggs. Get ready. I hate that color, man. That color is so nasty. Something about a pea green color, man. And just like, ugh. I do appreciate you guys all tuning in. It does mean a lot to me. Don't think that it don't. If my wife was in the chat, you could ask her, man. Like, it's been eating away at me the last couple of days. I haven't been streaming. Because I do it because I enjoy it. But, man, I also want to get paid for it, too, man. If I'm putting in my due, you know, they should take care of me. But I'm happy that I got it fixed, got taken care of, man. The internet company's kind of been a little bit on the ball with their stuff, too. I was actually playing some Call of Duty yesterday, and that thing was running so good that, like, I felt like my dude was, like, trying to take a step foot into time, man. Trying to go to the future a little bit. I was ringing off some good. I was really trying to get a couple of good clips with me and my hatchet, throwing that hatchet, because I've got a clip that I got to go back and get from like 3 or 4 streams ago where I was out running with a hatchet, and I got lucky. I threw the hatchet, got a dude, picked it back up, went to go hit the trigger button to shoot at the guy that come around the corner to shoot at me, and instead of, you know, my hands are numb, because I can't feel them at all. And I hit my button to throw my axe instead. So I got a double kill with the axe, the throwing axe, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. So I was trying to catch some clips on that with that yesterday. It didn't work, but I had some good games. I was running 20 plus kills on a lot of them. I was happy. And that didn't do very good either for views, but it was the enjoyment of it for me. Honestly, it was for me to test my internet out to see if it was even going to hold up playing Call of Duty without having any major issues with packet loss and all that jazz. I'm always experimenting. Every time I go live, it's an experiment. Yeah, you were. I wasn't doing bad. I was hitting some pretty good shots. I did get a couple of good axe throws, but that you could hear that one guy. He got mad when I hit him with the axe when he was hiding on that bench, and I was just like, he was like, "Son of a!" I was like, "Yeah." Don't make fun of my laugh. Y'all probably got a funny laugh too. Oh, I forgot. This one, I got that weight on the front. I can't get rid of it. So I can't hook onto it. Man, that's lame. I forgot. That's my fault. Yes, sir. Let's fold that up, man. We don't need. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not here, bud. Wrong button. Let's go. God dang. Man, it's the road. I swear to God, it's the road. Looks like I got a bent tire, man. That is one thing they do need to add is physical damage like that. Like if you go into a ditch too hard or something, you could bend something, you got to get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like they could add stuff like that type of damage to this game. And you really see me have fun building ramps and jumping stuff then. No, you're good, bud. You're good. I'm gonna have to do the same thing here in a little bit myself. It's getting almost that time. About every hour and a half, 2 hours, I gotta go check on this dog, man. Everybody's asleep right now. I don't know what time they all went to bed. I went to bed at 9:30 last night. I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Going to bed like 9:30, 10 o'clock ish. That way I can be up in the morning like this every day. Because I prefer to be up in the morning. Because I feel like I do better getting up earlier like this. Not only just with myself through the day, but with you guys as well. It seems like more people are able to stop in the morning. Maybe it's because in the morning here it's like 5 o'clock p.m. somewhere else. Like, or in Wales or wherever, you know, wherever some of you guys are from over there. Across the pond, which is cool. Scotland. Some of you guys are like, I love where everybody's from, man. Oh, you guys, I have a Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, make sure you guys join up there. I do post a lot. You guys can DM me, chat with everybody else, you know, that's part of it over there. We're all pretty chill. Some of us are pretty decent. Some of us are you know, an older bunch, so we're kind of a little bit snappier. Our filter's not as filtered as some of you younger people, so, you know, just don't take offense to anything that we say. Take it with a grain of salt, and just have fun and enjoy yourselves, man. That's all we really want. Now, you know, you come in being rude and, you know, talk a bunch of crap, and we don't deal with that. But is what it is. Oh, I should put in. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna put that in over here. Man, you guys need to get out in front of my house. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him. Oh. Get off my property. Well, out of in front of my property. That dude down there, he's probably drunk. Fell asleep, man. We have those guys. Michigan, man. Ah. I'm joking. It's not that bad. Telling you, man, you can't trust some people, man. You just can't trust them. Plowing the land. You know what? I wish I had the tools though to do it like a primitive man. Not this field though. No, I'd have a garden. We'd do an itty bitty garden. Use a couple oxen to pull the plow. Well, I guess in my book, I'd have to have equipment that has like little dinosaurs that come out to pull it for me because, you know, prehistoric farmer and all that jazz. Oh, yeah. Next month, like I said, I've been working on it. I will have music, intros and outros for my videos. I'll have one separate one for this compared to what I would have for ARC. So I will have intros and outros eventually made sometime shortly after the beginning of the month for that, because that is definitely something that I'm working on. Because I just think that'd be neat to have a little intro music while I'm trying to share the stream, like a 3 to 4 minute song. And I've already had a couple of made up that I've, you know, just been testing with, and they sound freaking awesome. The only problem is until I pay for the licensing thing for it, I only get a 7-day trial. You know, I can only have them for 7 days, and then they delete it. But I was trying to record one the other day, and it wouldn't let me save any of it. So I could use it as like a snippet for you guys to like just check out, to like see what you thought of it. Because I was gonna put out a members only video for it, but once they're done, I will end up doing that. I'll have a post up for a couple of days, more than likely for members only, that'll have that in it. And then after that, it'll end up getting transferred over to the actual videos and stuff like that, and I'll start putting them in for future videos. The dinosaur one for ARC, you guys are gonna love it. Oh, this pulls this one nice. The one I'm worried about it pulling is that cultivator. I didn't look, but I think this tractor has 210 horsepower, I believe it is. Maybe a little more than that, so I should be able to get away with it. Even if I'm only like 5 or 10 horsepower under, I'll be able to use it. It will work. I'll just have to have the AI do it for me, because then the AI will pull it like it's god dang leaf on top of water, man. Pull it like nothing. Don't worry about my analogies. They're weird. They're my own. I love them. I come up with some of my own too. I don't want to touch you. I'm using the cultivator on you, my dude. But this, since it was done in corn, I want to plow him out. Get the, you know what I mean? I want to plow the field. Get it taken care of. Got a lot of stone, man. They're probably orange by the looks of it. I'm gonna say orange. If it's red, I'll be in shock. But that little corner spot right there, I'm gonna have to fix that right there where the concrete crap's at over there on the other field. That was my mistake. I thought I put it out there far enough. I should learn that before I start doing something like that, I need to put a fence down. So that way it's like, oh look, it's a fence row, you know? And it'll only butt right up to the fence, and then afterwards remove the fence. Because fences get in my way. That's why I don't have one on my house. I got a fence around my garden, and I'll tell you what, that gets in my way. Oh hey, did you guys check out my little garden update? It's not very, wasn't, only but like 2.5 minutes long. I lost all my onions, you guys. Like, that sucks. Like, all my onion heads. Like, I'd read that, like, if the heads turn, you know, the green on the top, if the base of them turn brown and fall over, they're done, right? Well, I checked some about a week ago, and literally I have 3 onions downstairs. I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it for you guys later. I have an onion that's about the size, like 3 of them that are like between the size of a quarter to a 50-cent piece. Okay, now mind you, the way that I had read and the way I'd talked to farmers made me understand they were done, right? So I started pulling them out and I was like, dude, these are small. So against my better judgment, I left like the rest of them in, which was like 7 or 8 of them. And I waited an additional week. You know, there wasn't no new green starting. They weren't, you know, doing anything. So I went out and I started pulling them, right? And half of the bulbs that I had left in the ground were mush. Like, just mush. I was so mad. I was like, ugh. So I got like 3 little onions down on my table that are microscopic. I had a green pepper that was no bigger than a goddamn nickel. Like, no joke, it was no bigger than a nickel. Like, if you take your thumb and you bend your thumb at the first at the first knuckle, that's about how big my green pepper was, give or take, and it was done. Like, they say that a green pepper is done if you flick it and it's hollow sounding. You know, it gives a deep hollow sound, like flick back, and it was done. Like, and this thing was literally like an inch long, man. It's starting to wither up. I've got it. I still have it, but it's like starting to wither up. I'll take a picture of that too with my onions. I'll show you guys what I got. The only thing that's done good in my garden, if you guys watched my video, my tomatoes. I've got cherry tomatoes that were only literally supposed to be like, you know, the small ones, like the little quarter size, right? These things are like looking like small baseballs, if you guys seen some of them, like, and they're still dark green. Now mind you, my gardens usually, like, my tomato plants normally get like crazy big because I use a fish emulsion, which is like fish ground down to pretty much the molecular level, which you can do it right at home. You can make your own if you want. It's not a hard process, but it takes like 6 months for it to break down. And you got to keep pH testing it and all that jazz to get, you know, to make sure that it's good the way you want it to. Nowadays, you want to make sure you pH test it every once in a blue with a little stick reader, not the little tester type that you got to add chemicals to, because you ain't gonna see the change. Trust, I know. I got sent to school to learn that stuff when I was just a wee bit younger, in my late 20s. I went to go learn that stuff. It's just like that smut stuff that's growing on my corn. I know, like, Chops was telling me in the thing, the stuff, it's worth stuff, which, now I get that it is, I know it is, but it's not worth nothing to me. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, ugh. My tomatoes, when they hit, like, I've got probably 30 jars downstairs right now, maybe more than that, ready to start canning when they do start hitting. Because, like, if you, like, that one spot I showed in the video, I got 5 tomato plants in there. I kind of put them too close together. I misjudged my growth this year. I really did with them. I didn't think they were going to do good. I'm not going to lie. And they did outstanding for size. But I've got tomatoes in there that are so big right now. And these ones are straight up cherry tomatoes. These ones are. They're so big, they're actually breaking the branches. So I've actually got like little wire things underneath of them in between tomatoes, like at the crotch of the stalks, to help hold the tomatoes up, so that way they're not breaking and falling to the ground, man. Not sure. He was on the other day. Last time I streamed was a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, I mean, other than last night's COD, but nah, he was doing good last I knew. I mean, he's had some things go on that you'd have to ask him about, or he'd have to tell you about. It's not my place to say it, but he's had some things go on in life that is very unfortunate. But other than that, I think he's doing all right. I try to talk to him every once in a while. I was messaging him the other day. He actually sent me a message last night. I haven't even looked at it yet. Kind of feel like a dink for not looking at it yet. But last I knew, he was doing all right. He'll probably hop in stream here. It's, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock for me, so it's like what, 6 for him. So he might be at the end of his day. I know he was having some sleep apnea type issues for a while there, where he was staying up till the wee hours of the night. And I find myself doing the same thing. Like, there'll be times where I'll fall asleep at 9, 10 o'clock at night, no problem. Wake up, 4 or 5 o'clock, be ready for you guys by 7 o'clock sometimes. And there's other times I'll be sitting here, and it'll be 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting here trying to go to sleep, and I can't. Even taking NyQuil to help me fall asleep, for that sleepy time stuff it can give you, and it wouldn't work. Like that melatonin stuff, we had gummies for those. I tried those. They'd work, but I'd still find myself at like at 10:30, 11 o'clock, like knowing that I really don't got nothing else to do in the day, and it's time to lay down and go to bed. And I'll be laying there till midnight, and I'll eat one. I find myself still taking an hour and a half, 2 hours to fall asleep. So I don't know, man. I hate it. But no, last I knew, he was doing good. Go in and yell at him in Discord. Be like, where the... Yeah, man. $90 degrees already. See, it's only 57 for me right now. But it was 78 yesterday. So not too awful warm. Like, 23, 24 Celsius maybe, something like that. I don't know. Rough estimate, for you guys across the pond. I'm not quite familiar with the Celsius. I've been trying to learn for you guys. But, not too bad. They're calling for like 80, 85 today, midday. Probably about 90 by 1, 2 o'clock at the most today, if we're lucky. See, now some people do hibernate like that during the summertime when it's too warm. Some people sleep. So now me, I can't sleep for crap like that. I'm like a bear. Oh, I know, it's insane. You live where? Oh, I want to say, didn't you say you live like Texas or something like that, Riggs? I could be wrong, but I thought maybe it's Texas or somewhere in that vicinity. Maybe Florida. I mean, would be the only other place I would think right now that would be super hot. Well, Mississippi could be kind of warm like that right about now too, I guess. They do get some warm spells down there. 70 today in-house. It is, for me, it's cold. Not gonna lie, it was kind of chilly. I had the stuff running. As called border. So is that in Texas then? Sorry, like I'm not really good with like the border names, just because I don't really pay. Yeah, that's got to be. Yeah, that's. Is it Texas? You know, I just met an elderly couple yesterday because we're having a yard sale over at one of my family members' place, so I took some stuff over there to drop off yesterday, and there was an elderly couple and they're up for a couple of months, and they live down somewhere in some small town down there in Texas, and they got 3 acres. The Arizona California border. Oh, okay. My bad. I used to do yard work for a lady that she would vacation in Arizona, and I guess every once in a while you can find like these gemstones. They're called like the desert stars or something. I don't know, but they're like these little like white crystal things, and they form out there. This lady, her and her husband, back when I was a little kid, I used to mow yards, right? And this lady would, like, that's what they would pay me in, was these things. And it got to the point to where, you know, every couple of weeks I was mowing yards. I did it for 3 years when I was a little kid. And it got to the point to where they'd given me so many of these, you know, in lieu of payment, that I actually started taking them to this little gemstone place in a local town up the way from me. And they'd actually buy these things from me. I don't know what they were, but they literally, like, I had one that looked like a starburst. You know what I mean? It looked like a starburst explosion. This crystal looked like, it was probably the size of a grapefruit. But it was a big, huge, like, starburst looking pattern of crystals. I took it to this jewelry store, and the dude paid me $300 for it. He turned it into like this sparkly, like not a chandelier, but like a sparkly thing to like hang underneath your light and whatnot. The dude paid me $300 for it, and he made like some dangly looking crystal deal out of it. It looked super cool, dude. He had it hanging up in his shop and everything. But yeah, I used to take them in there and I'd sell them. I had little ones that were like the size of a, give or take, like quarter 50-cent piece size. That was the biggest one that they have ever given me. And, well, like I said, that place paid me $300 for it, man. That was back in 94, 95. But it was beautiful. I mean, they were all beautiful. I still have a couple of small pieces, I think, laying around. I'm a hoarder, so I probably have something at least like that, you know, left around. I know I've still got some of my old toys from as a little kid. Not gonna lie. And every bit is appreciated, you guys, no matter how you help out. Whether it's with a dono, a smack, and a like, sharing it. You know what I mean? It all helps. Every bit. Appreciate it. Honestly, you know, I was just thinking, Riggs, Chops might not stop in. He might, but he might not, because this game isn't his. This isn't his type of jam either. So, I mean, he does stop in though and hang out for a little bit. Chops, where you at, Choppies? Choppy. I'm gonna message him on Discord and be like, "We're having a severe issue in chat, man." He'll be here within seconds. He's pretty good. He's pretty. Now, if I was on Ark, you guaranteed he'd be popping in. I almost thought about starting a new character on Ark just to start playing, but I was like, I don't want to do that. We got 3 people watching on the short side. Appreciate you. You guys are epic. Epic, epic. Where'd the heck that go, man? Oh my god. I hate my phone. No, I hate the way YouTube's all set up right now. We only got 1 person. We had no people watching over on the main side. Seriously? We got 7 likes over here, though. Let's go. It's the camera. It's the camera. There's people wanting the camera on. I know it. I know what it is. I turn that camera on, we'll have people sitting here watching. Weirdos. Whoa, my alarm clock. Turn that off. That was supposed to have been muted. Sorry. It's funny, though, because the vibration caught me before the sound caught me. Where I felt the vibration before the sound. I wish I could set the vibration thing up on my phone to just be on constant, man. I'd have that thing sitting on the back of my neck right now. Ayo. My phone's going off. Oh, the little game. I got a Get Mobile game that I play. That I'm the. I made my own little group because I got kicked out of a group because somebody said some stuff to me, and I kind of took offense to it. And I don't usually, but the dude said some pretty rough stuff, so I kind of said some stuff back, and the guy that I was in the group with, I guess the team leader didn't like that, and I was like, man, you ought to read the chicken scratch stuff he was sending me, because I can't even read it. My translator's not working, and the dude's talking crap. I'm standing up for myself. Well, they didn't like it, so they booted me out of the team, so I started my own group up, and now I'm building up my, I'm going to build my power up and my level power up. And the guy that booted me out because me, sticking up for myself and defending myself didn't float his boat. So I got a grudge against him. So I'm leveling up my character, and every time he does something in the game that's going to like help him, I go and I try to attack it. Like if he's digging up a treasure chest or something to help his group, I'll purposely like send as many of my squads as I can. You know what I mean? Like in so many minutes succession to go try to take all of it from him. And he messaged me the other day. He's like, why you keep doing this? I was like, you remember when I tried to defend myself? I was like, you guys all wanted to be dicks about it, and you guys booted me out, and then someone reported me and got me on a 12-hour chat ban. He's like, yeah, what about it? I was like, because of that, I'm taking every bit of loot I can from you guys. I was like, and when I build my team up and I get me a group built strong enough, I was like, we're going to do the same thing to you guys that other team was doing to me that you said I couldn't stick up for myself on. So he's like, are you serious? I was like, oh, I'm dead serious. I was like, you done just turned an ally into your worst enemy. So he was all over chat the other day telling him, man, if you guys mess with him, careful, he'll hold a grudge. I was like, no, I ain't got to worry about that. I was like, I'm after you. You and the 3 people from the other group that thought it was cool to say the crap you guys said in chat and then turn around and report me when I decided to tell you to go hop a magic carpet ride, go flick a bean and all that good jazz, like the, you know, like I was like, I'm after you. So yeah, I'm building my little heroes up on that. Like they won't even attack me anymore. Like the guy made a world chat thing telling everybody to in his group to leave me alone. I'm coming after him. Every last one of them. They work well. Okay, so yeah, yeah. No, they you know, you got to do your thing. It's a war game. You know, I understand the aspects of war, and I understand that with games. That's cool. But you know, when you start giving me some trash talk, and I start giving you some back, but yet you got to swing way below the belt and throw, oh hey, go catch COVID. I'm gonna swing back lower, and I'm gonna tell you, hey, go tell your dad to make it stronger next time. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly what got me chat banned for 12 hours. I can laugh about it. I don't care. I mean, I'm not racist. I don't hate anybody. You know, the color of your eye, your skin, the way your eyes said, don't bother me none. You know, I mean, I got to make some fun banter with them until they said that crap to me, and then I was kind of like, okay, well, anybody that's everybody's had family members that were lost due to it. That's kind of, you know. So when I snapped on him and I pretty much, you know, told him to go, you know, send this message to his dad to make that stuff better because he ain't doing no, you know, they didn't get it in the first place. Yeah, they didn't like that. Look at that. Now my stuff's just running on its own. I'm lagging so bad. This is what I get for talking crap, you guys. Talk a little crap, but now my stuff's going bad. Well, probably people are probably up playing on their games now. It is after 8 o'clock. Or the game. Well, no, what's today? Friday. No, I shouldn't be having no updates on this game. It should be Thursday or Tuesday at most. Sometimes on Monday. Oh, dude. Yep, all my stuff just went to crap. Yep, yep. See? I shouldn't have said nothing. Shouldn't have said nothing. Trolls just went and got me shut down. Joking. Oh my god, my internet sucks. Man. I bet you there's all kinds of streetwalkers right now up and down the street. They ain't even getting as much sucking done as my internet's doing right now. Jesus. Like, oh my god, dude, this is so ridiculous. No, I can't. I can't, you guys. I'm gonna have to shut my stream down, man. I'm gonna have to shut my stream down. I'm gonna wait a little bit and I'm gonna try to restart. This is so bogus. I wanted to get a 6-hour stream in today. Oh, I want to just beat something right now. Oh my god. I don't want to hit my desk because that'll probably mess something up in the PC. Alright, guys. I'm going to call it good for now, man. I absolutely hate... I don't know what's going on here, man. I'm going to kick it to the ending. Oh my god, there I am. Pull it over the ice. Pull it over the ice. Alright, guys. Oh. My internet sucks. I don't know what to say. Other than... Hopefully you guys enjoyed my almost 2-hour stream. Y'all have a great day. Stay safe. I will be back, hopefully within an hour.